Hey guys, I'm Nisa Homey. Today I'm sharing how to make salted amla. Salted amla stays good at room temperature for many months. Salted amla is one of the easiest ways to preserve amla when they are in season. So let's get started with the recipe. To make salted amla, I'm using 500 grams of amlas. Amla is also known as Indian gooseberry and Nellikka in Malayalam. So what I've done is I have washed and rinsed the amlas thoroughly. With a clean cotton kitchen towel, I'm drying the amlas and placing it onto a plate. So you need to dry each amla with a clean cotton napkin. There should not be any residue water left on the amla. Amla is an excellent source of vitamin C and helps to boost our immunity. So always try to include them in your family's diet, especially when they are in season. There are many traditional ways to preserve amlas and I have shared a couple of amla recipes. Please do check them out. Make sure that the amla is completely dried and there is no residue water on the surface of the amla. Okay, now the amlas are nicely dried, so I'm going to keep this aside. Next, I have some green chilies. These are piri piri chilies, also known as bird's eye chili. They are relatively more spicy than ordinary green chilies. You can use ordinary green chilies if you prefer. Traditionally, salted amlas are made using piri piri chilies, hence I am using them. Now I have washed and rinsed the chilies and I'm going to do the same thing with the chilies as well. That is, I'm going to dry it with the clean cotton towel. So I'm taking each chili and drying it and then I'm placing it onto a plate. Okay, now the piri piri chilies or bird's eye chilies are nicely dried. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm taking each chili and making a small slit in the tip of the chili like this. Now I have taken about 20 piri piri chilies. You can increase or decrease chilies as per your taste. Now the amla and the green chilies are ready. First we need to make a brine. For the brine, into a pan I'm adding in 500 ml water. I'm using filtered water. Add in 2.5 tablespoon pink Himalayan salt. So that is 2.5 tablespoon pink Himalayan salt, which is roughly around 40 grams of salt. With a spoon, give it a mix. I crush the salt myself, hence there are some crystals in it. So I'm just giving it a mix so that the salt is easily dissolved. Cover and allow this to come to a boil. Okay, now let's check on the brine. The salt water is coming to a boil. I'm going to allow it to come to a rolling boil. Okay, now it has started to boil really well. So at this moment I'm reducing the flame to the lowest and allowing the salt water to boil on low flame for a couple of minutes. A couple of minutes later, I'm adding the amla into the boiling salt water. Remember, the flame is on the lowest. And now turn off the flame. Cover and allow it to cool down a little. About 3 minutes later, open the lid and add in the slit piri piri chilies. Give it a stir and allow the water to cool down completely. And once it has cooled down completely, I'm transferring the salted amla into a clean glass bottle. You can also use a ceramic jar instead of a glass jar. Cover the cooled salted amlas with the lid and let it sit for a couple of days. It's about 1 week since I made the salted amla and this is how it looks after 7 days. You can start consuming the salted amla from the very next day itself, but if you prefer to keep it for a longer period, make sure that the lid is tightly closed and it will stay good at room temperature for many months. You can enjoy this on its own or can use it to make coconut chutneys or instant pickles. So guys, do try this recipe and let me know how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.